You are watching the biggest, the largest, the highest, the greatest, the tallest, and the mightiest African spiritual platform. My name is Queen Hadasha. Call me Empress Makida. I am Labraska, the Sun Goddess. I welcome you to another great episode. Today is a great day because we have one of the giants on set. One of our fathers, one of our kings, one of our leaders, one of our keepers on set, who is going to talk to us about a very big and a huge topic. I welcome you, my people. You know we love and hate. So let me introduce our father to us before I bring to you the topic. Today we have a great man on set too. So I'm going to mention a great name. So you people have to back me with prayer. So I'm able to mention it with one of my finest energy. So I get him into his energy so he can be a blessing upon our soul and our continent. I welcome you once again. Today we have on our biggest set, one of the biggest king, who is His Royal Majesty, His Most Supreme Eminence, Sir Dr. Valentine Osai Akpati, International Human Rights Commission, and also Committee on African Indigenous Religions and our religions. Ono and I want to say so he's a great man. He's one of the biggest. He's one of our giants. So let's welcome him with all respect. Papa, we welcome you to Revelations.
Thank you very much.
Great. So, Papa, today is your first time on this bigger platform. We want you to bless us as your children and greet the viewers, those who are watching us from home and wherever, all over the world. Over 400,000 people are watching you right now across Africa and the world. So I want you to greet us, bless us, and then tell us why, what we are going to discuss today.
Thank you very much. Divine blessings of love and light on everybody in the African continent, my people. Yes, I am the chairman of the Committee of African Indigenous Religions. And remember that we, Africa, our beautiful Africa, is the cradle of civilization. This is where everything began. So I love you all, because what we are talking about is how we can bring all of us together as brothers and sisters, both the Christians, the Muslims, and the traditional religions. All of us, we have only one problem, and that is to love each other. So, and that is why I'm here today. Thank you very much. Thank you, Papa. Welcome to Revelations. We appreciate and cherish your presence on this big platform. We welcome you, sir. Thank you. Abusia, this our guest for today. He's one of the biggest, I've told you already, and today we are going to talk about a very, very, very important topic. In fact, let me go over the topic so we all get it right. Interfaith, say Christians, Muslims, Hindus, name them, you know, and finding peace through religion. That is the topic we are going to discuss today. I welcome you once again. Okay, so Father, King, do Africans need religion? Yes. Religion. What is the religion of the soul? What is it that powers us in our homes, in our families, among our people? I personally, having gone into life, and today I am the spiritual king, the spiritual leader of my people, my nation, where I come from. We don't have any type of mortal kings. Your father is a king, you must be king. We don't have it where I come from. The king, the highest king in Ogumeland, where I come from, is the oldest man. Gerontocracy, that is who leads by who is the oldest man. They have a council of the oldest men. And before you attain that age, should be maybe about 100 or 110. The last one that, that died before the present one was there for 121 years. So what they do is to look into the nobles of the chieftaincy and the royal stuff, and then they choose somebody and give him the position of Onochezi. That is, he is now like the representative of the Ogbogbo Traditional Council. And that you are the representative. That is, you are the king in the government. You understand? While your father is at home. And you only do what they tell you to do because you are not going to dictate. It has to be like you are somebody to represent your people. And I am the Onochezi of the Ogbogbo Traditional Council, officially. Apart from that, I am the spiritually chosen leader of my people, chosen by the gods, of which I was like in the forest for 3 years and came back with the ancient staff of office of the Oseluku of Ugume land, which was like more than a century or more before my time. So you don't go into leadership because you want to be. You just have to manifest as in God's choosing person to be there. So I'm the Oseluku of Ugume. And I'm also the Ogene of Ugume land. And Ogene is like the highest spiritual portal and deity of my people, which it was my family's turn to be. And they gave it to me too. Because after checking, they said I'm the right person to be. So it's like I'm holding everything in my hand. So, and that is what I am. Now, interfaith. You said the Africans, whether they have it, they need a religion. The religion I have found out, because I am also the paramount ruler of the Royal Traditional Priesthood Federation, of which I founded and was validated by my government. So we are registered in Nigeria, both here in Ghana, and the United States of America. So now, I created what we call the loving system. The loving system. You are a Christian, you are a Muslim, you are from Hindu, you are from this. All of us are just, the foundation of all these religions is by love. It's with love. So that loving system is to recognize everybody. Like say, you are beautiful like this. Others, you see, we go outside, you see women with different clothes, everything different, you know. But today, you are beautiful like this. You know, and then the other ladies, beautiful. You say, hey, come. I am so. You must wear this today. If you don't wear this, I'm going to kill you. Why should it be so? Your sister might even be more beautiful than you today, and you love the hairdo. Tomorrow you can go to the hairdresser to go and do that same style because you like it. So it's supposed to be freedom of association. Now in my country, unfortunately, we've had some serious problems where they killed a young girl in university. Maybe you must have seen it on your, you know, Deborah Matthews. And because she's saying that Jesus is more powerful and all that. And they killed her and burnt her alive. And these things are the things that made the International Human Rights Commission's headquarters, the African headquarters, say no. What do we do? Are we going to go with guns? Are we going to fight? No. What we do is let us do this with dialogue. And in the United Nations, they have these interfaith development goals. We have the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. The IDGs is what we do is bring our people together, discuss, and pray together with one mind. Let us live together with understanding that we have to tolerate each other. That is the meaning of interfaith. Now, my committee is the first mandate is to organize interfaith gathering, interfaith discussions, interfaith special prayers for peace. And then I look at it, I am for the whole of Africa, I'm the chairman. I say, well, Ghana, spiritually, as a spiritual being, I am naturally clairvoyant. I can talk, I can do things maybe the ordinary person cannot do because that is what I am. So I have to ask questions, what do I do? He said, yeah, Ghana, go and launch that program. There are people. We've already started in Nigeria. I have to come here. And my mandate is to come here and see how we can bring these people together so that we can all pray together in one, you know, imagine the Muslims here, Christians here, traditional ones here, and all of us will bless Ghana. I believe that is going to be something. And that is why I'm here. Thank you.
Welcome, Papa. We appreciate you. Abusia, this is what we are going to talk about today. Okay, so like I asked earlier, do Africans need religion?
Religion is discipline. You know, like I said, love itself. If you listen, I said love. Love is the secret of life. Love is the essence of being. Without love, we are nothing. If you like me today, okay, I like you today, I would never do anything negative to you. All I would think is how to make you happy. And you will always be doing every day how you can make me happy. You know, we'll be loving. Love is the highest religion. And at the same time, love, God is love. Even, okay, let us go into the Bible. It said, no man has seen God at any time, but if a man loveth, he dwelleth in God, for God is love. You know, I still say love, love thy neighbor as you love yourself, things like that. Love is just everything. It's just everything. I mean, without love, you cannot even come to be. Your father, your mother, you know, it is loving, the sweetness. The sweetness, both of them were doing sweetness, sharing their sweetness. So, I will not be so. Let's go into our traditional local things, you know, the way we talk. The love, the thing, they sweet too. Sure, you understand? The thing sweet, 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 sweet. The next thing now, your father may say, I'm coming. Yes, of course. The language, I'm coming, baby. Say, come, baby, I'm with you. And then, boom, explosions of sweetness. The next thing, what happens? Boom, that is how you entered your mother's womb. That is how you became who you are today. That is what created this beautiful woman we are seeing here. This, myself, are not bad, Abi.
No.
She understand. Today, this is just Quest of Akebulan. The image of my fathers and my people. You understand? Now, this love that exploded, this is me. And the only thing I'm thinking about is how I can love my people, bring out the best of my people. Sometimes you even sacrifice yourself because of your nation. Like most of the greatest leaders of Ghana. You know, the soldiers, so many people went to war because of the love they have for their nation. And they died there willingly. You know? So, Africa needs African religion. Of course, we need. Look, do you know that we call it in the Israelites, they say Kabbalah. There's this religion called the Kabbalah of the, you know. What is that word? Means tradition. That's the tradition of the Israelites. They have their own system. The Indians, they have their own. Do you know in Mumbai, in India, they worship monkeys? If you see to the city, you will see monkeys everywhere. They even give their food to the monkeys. And they take it as a blessing to eat with the monkeys. There are so many nations, some worship pythons. You know, you go to Togo, there's a place I went to, pythons everywhere. They don't harm people. So how? So, you know, all these things, this is nature. You understand? But of all these things, love. That is the religion, the highest name of love. Call it Jesus is love. They say Jesus is love. God is love. Muhammad, the Islam people, Muslim. It's love. I went to Islamic school in Lagos. I went to Ansaruddin High School. Ansaruddin High School is a Muslim school. Right from class 1 to 5. I was reciting the Islamic, you know, they call it Bismillah Rahman Rahim, Fatiha. They call it Fatiha. Every morning, in the afternoon, when we close, we recite it first. Bismillah Rahman Rahim, Alhamdulillah, Rabbi Alim, Rahman Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, Yakanabdu. Now, you can imagine, since I was young, I'm still remembering those things till now. Because it was inside me every day. So, but the teachings of the Muslims was full of love. Full of love. So why is it that today you tell me that a Muslim will want to kill somebody because you don't believe in Islam? So why should you be killing people? Because they are not following Muhammad. Muhammad, that is one of the greatest prophets of humanity, talking about love, merciful. So we have looked into this in the UN and said, let us bring them together. Africa, those who are the owners of Africa? Tell me.
We?
In these religions. Which are who owns? Yes. Like in Accra today now, who owns them? Who owns Accra? Who owns Ghana?
Tell us. Is it the president?
No. before him, before them, before the presidents came, before Ghana was created as a country, there are kingdoms, traditional kingdoms. The Ashantis have been there. The Gans have been there. They own their land. Or is it the Christians that own Ghana then? Who are the indigenous owners of Ghana? Are the religions of Ghana, the traditional ones. For real. This is true. So, if the indigenous religions can accept the Christians, is it conquest? They conquered us? They conquered us to accept theirs. Fine. We love them. That is why we like their system. That is why or how did we get Christianity? Christianity was not created in Ghana. It came into Ghana. Well, with love. And we believe their own system is good. Or is it better? And then we have a lot of Christians. Fine. Then the Islamic people, the Muslims, they are from where? It was not from here. It was brought from probably, I think, from Saudi Arabia. Christianity. Our father Muhammad is from Saudi Arabia. And that is now they are here. So what happened? Because they are better than us, and we have accepted that they are here, very strong. Fine. It's okay. It's the world. Then we that owns the land, well, we own the land. Till today, they can be here, but still, Ashanti Hene owns Ashanti lands. My friend, the Gamanche owns Ga. The Fantes they have. In their villages, they have the chiefs who are in charge of the land. But at the same time, the Muslims are there, the Christians are there. The other ones are there. So are they living together peacefully? Now, maybe some parts of Ghana, we see that we heard that the Muslims are doing some things there. Like in my country, in northern Nigeria, you see a lot of things happening, kidnappings, killings, claiming that this and that. Is that the right way of religion? Must you kill? Must you destroy your people because you want to show that we are stronger? And that is the main reason why the International Human Rights Commission set up this committee, that we should go into dialogue. And then let us bring them together with love.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are watching The Biggest. Father, please, you are talking about interfaith and also finding peace through religion. Before you look for peace from something, then it means there is a conflict. That's why you are trying to find peace for it. So now, based on your submission, you were asking why they should kill that young woman because she said Jesus is powerful than Muhammad. And then you know the conflict between these religious bodies. They will say that traditional religion is evil. I know you've heard this multiple times because that is what brought us into slavery as Africans. That's what some of these religious bodies say. Now, let's define or let's find out what exactly brings about this conflict. I am better than this one. This one is better than this one. We want to know what brings about this confusion before we are able to talk about the peace and where to find it. What brings about this confusion? What will make a Muslim who is believing in a Quran see his fellow black woman or black man as an enemy because he's spoken against a prophet, Muhammad, who is, I don't want to use a stranger, who is an Arab, and kill his own fellow black man? I want to know why we should have a conflict because of Jesus we don't know. But your own sister is standing before you and you are trying to kill or harm him or her because he's spoken about Jesus. What brings about this confusion and this killing? What is empowering people to think like that?
Yeah, thank you very much. You see, the issue of getting to know who is right and who is wrong. Yes. Orientation and what we call it, we say when people go to church. Then you go to probably a pastor telling the people that this church is wrong, this one is wrong, that yours is best. And then you start telling your people to flow in his own way. And this thing they call hypnotism, mass hypnotism, understanding. Now this young woman, because of the teachings in the church that they are the best in everything, that Jesus is everything. If Jesus is for you and for your own, you don't have any right to blaspheme, to tell the other people that theirs is wrong. Who gives you the authority to do that? Now you say you are a pastor. You are a pastor, you are seeing God in your own way, but you are not seeing God in the other person's way. It's not right. It's only God who knows who is right. Then you have to come by the authority of the church. These people are wrong, and we have to kill them, or we have to do this. That is wrong. How do you know God? You know God in your own hearts. You know God the way you see him. The other person knows God in another way. Like I say, you love this you are wearing now. Then maybe the woman you see will tell you, sister, this one is not good, Joe. This your sister, see, you look ugly. I don't like you. And maybe because of the way you look, they start to destroy you. Even to kill you, just because you are looking like this. So, for you to condemn somebody or anything just because, look, even in your own family. Let's go home now. When you, your family, you know what you have been facing. Maybe certain people there and all that, because of the way you are moving in life, they don't like you. And then because the one or this person say, this one, she wants to be more beautiful than my daughter, or this, she will not go, I will destroy her. And then goes to do some things. Maybe the Africans say we have our ways. Because you see, in Christianity, we have some psalms in the Bible that can kill. You see, the issue is we have the power to destroy with our mouth. We can heal, we can kill. We can also give life. It depends on your level of consciousness, who you are. Like you are staying here now, you'll be very surprised the kind of power inside you. But because you have not been able to develop that to that extent, then you'll be able to kneel down before somebody, the person will be telling you, I am the image of God. I cast the devil away from you. What devil? What does he understand by devil? And then maybe you start dancing up and down and all that. But all of us, we are the images of God. The only thing that we need to change in the African system is not to kneel down to the lower elements, but to stand up and say, I command, and it will be. But you have to be worthy before you can command these things. Because God created what we call the elementals. Earth, water, fire, and air. Those 4 elements is what God used to create this world. In the earth, if you go to the forest, you have what we call the gnomes, the fairies. Then you go to the water kingdom. We have what we call the undines. Some people say they are mermaids. They are this and that. Then you have the air. We call them the sylphides. Then you go to the fire kingdom. We call them salamanders. This is knowledge. So all these creatures, am I going to kneel down before them? No. If I want to, like now, air. This air, the Indians, they call it prana, the vital force. If I want to take energy from the air right now, if I want to pray and all that, like the air, of course, you are taking it in. It's giving us life. Because if you want to die now, once you do that, the air is gone. That's your life is gone. Now, if I want to maybe empower myself, I want to bless you, I want to bless everybody now, I go this, just a simple thing, like if I want to shift. If you are somebody who is advanced in spiritualism, when you use that breath into you, move everywhere to what we call, the Indians call it chakras. You are able to cleanse your spirit, and then when you breathe out, you remove all the negative energies in you, and then your spirit is lighted up. And then inspiration, as I am speaking now, I did not write anything down. I'm just talking from within. The voices within are speaking. It's not something I wrote down or something, it's just coming naturally. So, for man to know themselves, you need to know who you are. Like you are somebody so powerful. And even what you are using at the level you are having is just small compared to knowing who you are. You are somebody like if you are so angry and somebody hurts you, you just move with power and say, whatever you have done to me will go back to you. And it will happen because that is what you want. It will happen. So the religion of love, that is what we are talking about. Thank you.
You are watching the biggest and the largest. Okay, so the religion of love is what we are talking about. So, Father, you've made us to understand that religion is important for Africans. Yes. Just that we should tolerate each other. Like you said, I might be beautiful, this person might be beautiful. You cannot say because I'm beautiful and you are this, so we should tolerate each other. So now, Interfaith, finding peace through religion. What kind of peace are you finding through religion?
Well, the only thing we do, like I studied what we call conflict management. That is conflict, that is resolution. We come to the table. My brother, I love your system. Muslim, oh, so sweet. In fact, his teachings is too much. My brother, you are a Christian. Oh yeah, Jesus is love. I love it. I love it. But me too. Our own fathers, beautiful. So how do we? You are free to practice yours. Nobody's against you. If you want to worship a carton today, it's left for you. You, my Christian, like that. Okay. What we need to do is that blasphemies should stop. Teach your children how to love, because Muhammad says that we should love each other. You, Christian, okay, what do we do? When we agree, what do we do? We have a kind of peace accord. Like here in Diana, the Muslims, the Christians together, they come together, and the leaders from today, like this. Look, you being a pastor, stop condemning others. Show us how to love. Do you know why Jesus was so important? I love that man. I am the traditional spiritual leader of my people, the traditional spiritual king of my people. But I love Jesus because there's so many things. I've had some encounters with him. But he told me that all I need to do is to inject that love into the system, into the world, into the land. I should just love. Because when you love, that means that Jesus is moving inside you. You can imagine when you do something good, how do you feel?
Be loved.
No, yeah. If you do something good to somebody, something that is so beautiful, what do you feel?
Loved.
You feel so good. Just so good, so happy. And then when you do something bad, how do you feel? You see the difference. So you can imagine that. Why don't we worship that love, that sweetness in us? Why don't we worship? Because if you are worshiping that goodness that you are, that means Jesus is inside you, Jehovah is inside you, God is inside you. God is love. That is just what we need. The Muslims, the way they Allahu Akbar, this and that, you look at them, they are so nice. If you see their system, there's a lot of discipline within them and everything. You love them, fine. So today you say, bros, how are you? We praise Allahu Akbar. God is great. That is what it means. And they go. You in Lagos, where I was brought up, there's so many Muslims and Christians and everybody there. And there was no war. There was nobody fighting. Everybody was living in his or her own way. Like me, I don't like, what do you call Banco here. Banco, yes, Banco is beautiful, but because of my position as a spiritual king of my people, anything like cassava, I don't touch it. Anything cassava, I don't. My nation, they don't eat snails. The whole of Ogume people, whether you are a pastor, you are anything, we don't touch those things. Okay, that is my people. So, today, because of that, if I marry a woman, there was one baby I wanted a long time ago. I say, you are a king, you don't eat Gary. Me, I don't go feed I love Gary. I say, fine, please.
Bye-bye.
That's all. Do we have to kill each other because of that? So what I'm trying to say is that let us call them together. Like now, I am proposing to the government of Ghana, because the mandate is that I should do that. We do this interfaith gathering. My belief is that the Christians and the Muslims and the traditional religion of Ghana, they should come together and let them pray for this country. Together. Not like separately. This one is in the church. This one is in the mosque. And this one is her temple. Let us just come together. And with one voice, let love stream forth into Ghana. And those people, or who the leaders that may have been doing certain things that are not right, with one voice, you know the broomsticks? When you gather them together and tie together, they can sweep, right? If we do that with one mind, it will work. Spiritually, whoever is going to be the new leader of your country will be chosen by God.
Will be chosen by God. You are watching The Biggest. Right now, you are proposing that the president should put these three bodies together. So we pray for the country. Now, a Muslim way of prayer is to kneel and put the forehead down and pray. And then Christians believe that you speak, and even you can go ahead and speak tongues. And traditional worship people also feel they should pour libation. That is that is their rituals.
Excuse me, I need to correct you. We don't need them to do that, to come and kneel down.
So
Excuse me, let me land. When I was in school, in the assembly, when we pray these Muslim prayers in the morning, you understand? That time of going to worship in the mosque, they do that. But in the assembly ground, we recited Fatiha. All of us were standing. All the students were standing. You understand? That one is when they go into their inner whatever. The Christians too, they stand up and pray. But the Christians, in your room, when you want to pray to God, you also kneel down too. You kneel down when you want to pray to God in a Christian ways too. And then let me tell you too, those of us who are exposed and enlightened, as a high priest of my people, I don't need to kneel down to pray. I stand up and pray. And that is advancement. You stand and pray. What they are going to do when they say they should come together to pray, they can be praying in their own, but this one we are talking about coming together to bless this country. You understand? So nobody needs to kneel. You need to stand and pray. And they will do it that way, and it will be done.
Okay, so if we are not going to kneel and all that, I was going to ask that Muslims have the Quran that guides them how to pray. Christians have their Bible that guides them how to pray. And when you go to traditional worship, like I said, they also pour libation. So when you use the school as an example, the school, if it's a Christian school and you are even a Muslim and you join the school, you go their way, their rules and regulations. If it's a Muslim school and you are even a Christian, you go their way, because there are rules and regulations that guides everybody. So the question that I was going to ask is that if we are able to put ourselves together to pray, which kind of prayer are we going to do? That's what I want to ask.
In those days, our fathers, there was no electricity. There was no cars. And today, we are advanced to this level. I remember when we got these phones, we were using Note 9 Note and all that. But now, we can even look at each other on the phone. So life is about action, movement. We are improving upon the past. The ways of kneeling down to pray, well, most do that in their religious houses. Even like I said, the Christians are still kneeling down till today in their houses. When they want to pray to Jesus, they want to pray to God, they kneel down. But generally now, everybody stands in the church and they pray. And God is answering their prayers. You see, the Muslims too, like I'm telling you, they don't do it. When they want to do that, that one is when you go for personal, very, very personal approach in your own way. It has to be in your own way. You can kneel down and pray to God. He will answer you, both in Islam, both in this. Now, in the traditional religion, you have a mistake. You see, because what I'm trying to say now is that the way you look at the traditional religion as if it is fetish, it is negative. No, that is wrong. This fetish way you are talking about made the African continent to be very, very strong. We had empires, traditional empires, that were so strong. Like when you were talking about the Ashanti Empire, in the ancient times, in most of these countries, both in my country, in Africa, we had civilizations that were so strong. But did they allow us to grow in our own way? Instead of, because of ignorance, they took us. Do you know that when you get to the US, United States of America, most of those advanced inventions and things like that, they could be from Africans. We have, like my Nigerians in London and this, they are one of the most intelligent scientists that are there today. The plane, inspiration, where did it come from? The cars, look at the concept. Where did it come from? Even this pharmaceutical, okay, I see in your television so much important drugs, herbal things that was coming. You do know that Ghana is one of the best in the whole world from this alternative healthcare. You see that in the what do you call it, the television. Oh, these people, they are very good in this and this and that, and it's working. The United Nations recognizes Ghana as one of the best in the African herbal medicines. These herbs have come from where? They are not chemicals. They are from herbs. They are from trees. They are from plants. They are from nature. Are they worshipping them? Are they devils? When you have a headache, there's a simple, if I go out and may see a simple leaf there, I'll say, okay, they put it into your eyes. That minute, before 5 minutes, the headache is gone. Are you to worship it? It's not God. So this understanding that we are not talking about kneeling down to images or using blood. We need to move, we have to go higher and to realize that all these things they belong, like God said in the Bible, go and take dominion.
Okay, so we wanted to know how they will pray, if we are able to put them together. Which kind of prayer? How do you think they will pray?
The prayers, for instance, the normal prayers, the way I pray. Me, I will just take this love, I go, I go do am, the thing go strong for my heart. As I see you there, I will just, I will throw it to you, beam. It's love now. If they come together, you pray to let us pray for the president, number one, who is there, who is your president, this thing now, so that he will be better. Because to be the first person is not easy, my dear. Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. Do you know what that president is facing now? In the African traditional religion, okay, in the traditional way, we have the witches of this country. They have courts. They are there to destroy. What are they doing to help that man? Have you seen somebody walking on the street? Go and look outside now. Maybe you will see somebody just going. Hello, hello. You will not hear because he's under some kind of, what do you call it? Something that when you want to, diabolical, and then the person will just go. You see somebody, a car will hit him, and he does not know what he's doing. So what I'm trying to tell you is that to pray is just to, if that prayer should be involved with love, because In the Bible, Jesus turned water to wine. Somebody like as you are now, if there's something bad in you, if I, Jose Luko of Ugume Kingdom, I want to remove this evil from you, it is love now. I will just, when I lay my hands on your head, when I bless you, that evil things will run. You know, because that is the power vested in me by my ancestors. And it is there, because it is for real. You understand? So, if that love, if the Muslims, the Christians, and the African traditional religious people, they come together and bless this land, definitely, love will do everything. Thank you.
You are watching The Biggest. Love will do everything. You are part of our African Union. You make decisions for this African continent, and that you've realized that we have conflict and there is no peace between these religions, and you want to put peace together. This is what comes to my question. African continent itself, does it have unity? Does it have unity? Can we look at the unity before looking at this traditional indigenous religion to put peace? Do we actually have peace in the continent? Looking at the borders, the divisions among us, can we leave those divisions and come to religious divisions?
All right, thank you. When you look at it like that, of course, every action brings a reaction. Even here, like we say in this, like I said, let us start with families. In those days, the way there's so much love in those families, oh my God. You know, you see your brother, you love him so much. But right now, even the families are all scattered right now. Well, when we say religions, is because religions starts you. That is from your home. If we can come together with religions, well, the power will be invisible. Because politically, you can see what is happening. Politics have been polluted right now. Because of politics, because of the lust for power, people will go to make pacts with negative demons and devils because they want to have power. They can use your brother to sacrifice your brother, to sacrifice your people, because you want to play like God. You want to behave like God, so that you can order this, order this, order that. But remember that if you are fake, at the end of the day, God, of course, because man proposes, God disposes. So, this issue of bringing African continent together back to love, that is what we're talking about now. And it is only through bringing that to neutralize the areas where there is divisions. Why are you killing our people? It's a question. That is interfaith dialogue. My dear, you are killing our people. Why? What have they done? What have we done? What do you need from us so that you can stop it? You that is a Muslim, for instance, and then you say, yes, I will kill because of this, because of that. Okay, sorry. My dear, why are you people blaspheming against these people? Why are you a pastor? Why are you blaspheming, telling them that your own is the best? How? How can you prove that? The only way you can prove is start behaving. You can show love to us. Show love. When your child offends you, you want to kill him? Because the only way you can change your child is to draw to you. With some, Jesus said, be still, and the storms quieted. If you try it, it works the same thing. Even right now, if you believe, go to the ocean now. You see, once you do like this with love, you will notice that within a few moments, the waters will start calming down. So, you see, I'm still talking about this love. That's love, to inject love into whatever system you want to use. You use Christianity. Look, we are talking about Christianity. Some of these pastors, I'm seeing a lot of things online, internet, about what these pastors are doing to their members. Probably doing a lot of immoral things, sex and all that, which of course is not the way of God. Understand? But we know God knows who the ones are the real ones there. In the Islamic world too, they have some of these people who are also doing a lot of bad things too. Are they perfect? It is, like I said, it's only God who knows the real. Then you saw the numos, the priests. Because in the African traditional religion, I must say, maybe they have more discipline among them. I don't know how they do it here, but here where I come from, when you are somebody who is a priest, in the African traditional religion, you go and take another man's wife, it doesn't take time. You will get the repercussions of our forefathers. Thank you.
You are watching The Biggest. Okay. So, Father, the biggest event that has ever happened in the world is African slave trade.
Yeah.
The biggest event ever is African slave trade that has, happened in the world that we cannot compare with anything. When you were talking, you said we were doing bigger things till they refused us to grow.
Yeah.
And they capture us. They captured us. Now, the same people that captured us, the same people that enslaved us, colonized us, the same people brought this religion to us that has divided the homes. You are talking about that before. When you go into families, they love each other. Now the same people that brought this religion to us is what is dividing the home. This is a witch, your mother is this. Then division is coming from the same people that enslaved us, that colonized us. These same people brought religion. And if we should look for peace in Africa, you think we should put these religions together so we are able to have peace between them? Is this ever possible? Now, is religion a control mechanism or it is godly? 2, is politics a control mechanism or business? Is this what Africa need? If Africa should need any peace, is this religious peace? Is the religious peace that is important for Africans, for everything we've gone through?
Thank you. Okay. You see, when you're talking, I see, as you say, this is what I'm talking about, that, when you listen to God, you hear voices inside you. And what you are speaking now is the voices from in that is talking. And these are the things we are talking about in our world now. They took us, our people, from this environment to the outside world, and we were enslaved, that they were better than us. This same Africa, if you watch, they want to come back to Africa. If you go to the US right now, there are some places the air is no more pure. That is why you see, like, if you watch the COVID, they killed a lot over there than here. Here because our people were more strong. The air here was more pure. Africa, my Africa, Africa of whom my grandmother's son, you say why? Our own power is greater. Let us, because most of our children that accepted their system, or they were forced to believe in their own religion, in their own gods. I'm sorry, I am not nobody here. We are not against all the religions. We love them. I love the Christians. If you are a nice person, you are a good person. I love you so much. The Islams, I love them. Muslims, I love them. Then my own people, I love them more. Because if you see that our people are running away, in the traditional religion, the traditional religion, because it doesn't have any God, like this is the God, because the way the Accra, the Ghanaians here, the way they worship in their own African religion, it's not the same thing with my own people. Variety is the spice of life. Follow your own system, If you talk of the Gans, if you look, the way the Ashantis, there's a difference maybe in the way they approach their own spiritual way, because everybody has their own system. That's what I'm saying. You understand? So what we do is, these people that have taken us out and they coming here now, and we want to also call them maybe Christian, is okay. That shows maturity. We that owns the land, we say, you come. What is your problem? Okay, it's okay. All right, let us come together and bless our people. We are not going to fight them. We're not going to drive them away. It's not possible.
It's not possible. You are watching the biggest.
No.
Papa, please, how long have you been doing this, trying to preach this to people?
Thank you. Like I am the Oseluku of Akebulan, the high priest king of my people. I was born, and this thing started disturbing me when I was so small. Brought up in Lagos, went back home when I was so small. I didn't know anything, and at the end of the day, I went into the forest and stayed for 3 years. Came out, then went into this. Before I was being recognized that this is the manifestation of the ancient Oseluku of Akebulan. And I was installed and started. And today, to say the time, I had to investigate on my own to know the truth about why I came to life. And I get to understand that, yes, this reconciliation between God and man, between man and man, between man and nature. Now I say, you go outside, you see a lot of plants there. You look at them as just decorations of this house. You go outside, plants, herbs, flowers. But they are for real. They are alive. These things you are seeing around, they are alive. And they are even hearing what we are saying. If you are somebody who is exposed in the spiritual realm, they listen, you listen to them. You take a flower, plant it today, you put water. I love you. Oh, beautiful flower, I love you. Then you will see how it will grow with beauty. Then, tomorrow you just plant it and say, you are an idiot, fool. Get out of here. Within a few days, it will shrink and die. Everything around us is powered by love. Do you know why grass, you see the stream, cut it and go away. Tomorrow to start growing again. It never dies because that loving is continuous. It never stops.
That loving is continue. It never stops. You are watching the biggest. Father, looking at Africans, you said love grows everything.
Yes.
This slave trade brought us pain, but not love. And when you get into our spiritual system, it made us to throw everything away because they told us it is evil. Have they killed our spiritual? No. If not, they didn't show it love. So where is it now?
Well, if you harbor these grudges of these people, then that means you are bringing yourself down to their level.
To their level?
Yes.
Okay.
As it is now, just remove it. Now, renewal. We are now better than them. We are going to, because look, the greatest aspect of the African people, the land of the sun, we are going to be much better than that. Is why they know. And that is why anytime they see that they want to bring problem with the Africans, maybe inside Ghana, they want to bring the Ghanaians to fight each other because they know that if Ghana people come together with love, they will be the highest. So they want us to destroy ourselves because they know that we have the power to be anything we want to be. So we have to forgive all those past. You know, when somebody removes something, it is because God wants to give you something better than what you lost.
God wants to give you something better than what you lost. You have to search for peace. Peace is everything. Peace is love. God is peace. God is love. Now, my last question, then you give your advice to the public. Since you started preaching about this interfaith and finding peace through religion, trying to put us together and infuse love into our system. Since you started preaching this, can you tell us how many villages or countries have you been able to put Muslims and traditional religion and Christians together peacefully? Have you achieved this goal? Where? How many villages? How many countries?
Well, if you see when you say how many people, for a long time, even online, I have the movement for ethnic and religious acceptance. We bring it out, talking to people and all that, and through I write. I do a lot. If you go online, maybe you see a lot of things I do there, and you listen. It's just like when people read Bibles and they hear. But now, being mandated and being appointed officially by the International Human Rights Commission as the chairman of the Committee of African Indigenous Religions, with mandate to seek to bring these religious paradigms together so that we can talk and we can share love. And that is one of the reasons now, as I'm here, start talking to people, and then we are planning in a short time to bring the Muslims, the Christians together, and then let us do some special interfaith prayers for this country. It's just a show of love. And I bet you, when it happened, it has never happened. It has never happened. Yes, you bring this together, bring them together, and let us just love each other now.
Is it possible?
Yeah, of course. Do you want to make it to be impossible? Okay. I believe in you. I believe that you are great. I believe that you are great. Let's come together. It's just love. I mean, why should you say no? They are not going to fight. We don't even want them to argue over anything. Come, pray. You, come, pray. Me, pray. And let us just pray. That's all.
We should come together and let us pray. That's all. Our time is due. I was going to ask how this is possible to put us together, because I'm a Muslim. I'm going to a heaven that will give me 72 virgins. I'm a Christian. I'm going to heaven that I will walk on gold. I'm a traditional worship, which I don't know where I'm going. I was going to ask if it is possible, but you know me. I always say that Africa will be great again. I love my continent. I love my continent, and I wish all the borders will be taken away and put us together. But this is the mission of our Father. We all have to wish him well, and we all have to pray for this to come to pass, because me personally, I will be happy. I will be a happy person, because it is me the Christians are chasing and the Muslims are chasing and the traditional worship people too are chasing. So if this man is here to put these people together, like this platform has started trying to put all of us together, if he is here to put it together, then I have to support at every angle. Father, my promise is that anywhere you are able, whether Nigeria, wherever, the fact that it is Africa, when you are able to put these religions together for a prayer, please invite me. I will bring my people and I will come and cover it and show it to the world. That is a promise. Our time is almost due, Papa. I want you to advise us, from the youth to the oldest, as Africans, how we should understand love, or God being love. And we should put the differences aside, you being a Muslim, you being a Christian, you being a this, and let us understand that we all wearing one skin. We are one people. Your last words, advice to the people, and when you are done, if there are any social media handles you want to give to people to follow what you are doing, please put it on air.
Yes, this talk now, I think to advise, there's nothing for me to say more than that love is everything. I mean, let us be honest. Do we really need to follow, you know, the Bible is inside. All the words that are there. If you start to preach, everything is inside. So what I'm going to do is not to start to advise, but those of you who are looking at me and who are seeing me, I'm going to go into maybe a minute or two of divine prayer. The prayers They might be within me. But I want to let you know that I am not saying, like I am doing this now, receive love, receive light, receive everything that is positive right now. Because I'm not going to speak maybe in a few minutes. Just relax. And then what you do, you take the deep breath inside you, allow this deep breath to flow in your system. And it's like package all those evil things, all those evil thoughts, all those things you are facing right now. Those of you who are facing a lot of pain, those of you who are facing a lot of things, fighting these things, these negative things, the witches, the this and that, just package all of them. As you breathe out, release it into the air. Then I am going to be with you. As I take this deep breath inside me, I'm going to bring all of you inside my heart. All those things that is wrong with you, I'm going to just bring it together, and I'll just push it away. And when I release this, and then let love stream forth into your life, let happiness and joy stream forth into your life. My people, remember, this is where we come from. This is our home. Are we going to go away from here to where? We just have to look. If our clothes are dirty, let us wash it clean. So, as by powers that were invested in me, as the paramount ruler of the Royal Traditional Priesthood Federation, and as the High Priest King of Ugumeland, Oseleuku of Ugumeland, Ogene of Ugumeland, I say, I am now going to just release love to you people. So, just a few minutes, and I go. I want you people to realize that we are the images of love. And that we can do and undo. Let us believe in ourselves. Let us remember that we are the images of God. In the Bible, God says, let us create in our image. Who are those us that created with Him? And then we are, God has become many. That is humanity. Love is everything. So, Joseph of Ugume, I love you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming, His Eminency. We appreciate you on this platform. Ebusia, let's love and hate. We always tell you this. First and foremost, if you are in America, you are called Black American. But when you are in Africa, you are an African. Our color defines us. We are powerful, we are rich, we are everything. Let love lead. Let love. And take Africa will be great again. This is a promise. Papa, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching The Biggest. I'm always your adorable host. Shalom. Peace.